Hi everybody, today we're taking a look at my solo pedal board. This is the pedal board that I use for all of my solo work. I used it on my covers EP, I'm using it on my upcoming solo record, and I use it for most of the videos that I do here in my studio. It's not as rugged and roadworthy as my touring and session board, but it definitely gets the job done for now, and has all the effects that I need and love. For this video I'm going to be using a Tyler JT14 amplifier and a Michael Tuttle Custom Classic S Strat. So let's check it out. All right, so starting things off, this is I'll put on a pedal train, I believe it's a Classic Pro board itself. It's probably about 15, 16 years old, with a T-Rex Chameleon power supply, which is equally as old, mounted up here with Velcro and such. Back in the day, they didn't have enough room designed on the bottom of them. I know that the new versions of the boards have enough room to put the power supply below it, but I already had this stuff and didn't want to waste the money on a new board. Eventually, I will probably have this entire board assembled much cleaner and more professionally, but for now, this works great. So the first pedal that we go into is a RMC Picture Wah, which is just a fantastic vintage Vox McCoy style wah. The clean sound. And then, really great sounding wah-wah pedal. Out of that, I go into a full tone octafuzz. So you can get that kind of tendency. That sort of stuff sounds great. Out of that, I go into another fuzz, which is the Analog Man Sun Face. Both of these, actually most of these pedals I think I've had for like 15 or more years. This Sun Face is based off the old Fuzz Face, fantastic fuzz. After that, I go into another Analog Man pedal. This is a Bino Boost based off of the old vintage treble boosters. Right now, I'm not really using this pedal on its own very much. That's clean. It gets a ton of gain or a ton of volume boost, and the more I crank it up, the louder it gets and more gain it gets. The way I'm using it right now is actually as a lead boost on top of the fuzz. So if I have my fuzz, and that's my rhythm sound, and I want to get a lead sound over it, the Bino Boost works really great in boosting the volume and then also kind of giving it a little bit more clarity punch, but still having a fuzz sound. So now with the Bino Boost. Sounds like fuzz, but with the Bino Boost you get a little bit extra gain and clarity and certainly a lot more volume. So we have those. After those pedals I go into my tuner. The reason that the tuner's here is because the tuner I'm using is an old Boss TU2, which has a buffer, but you don't want to have that before the wah or the fuzzes because that doesn't really play well with the wahs and fuzzes. So I have it after that so that I am getting a little bit of buffer because, as you can see, there are a lot of little cables here, and you can certainly get some signal loss. So, you know, your typical classic Boss tuner pedal, fantastic. Think I've had it for 20 years. Works great, holds up great, and handles my tuning needs for this. After that, I'm going into a Tyler Drive. This is built by the same guys that make the Tyler amps. It's their version of a kind of a tube screamer, and it just sounds really great. I compared it with my tube screamer, and this one blew it away. So. tube screamerish sound, which you can't go wrong with. The next pedal is a Tim pedal, which is a fantastic pedal. I don't believe Paul Cochran's making them anymore. I know he makes the Timmy, which a lot of people use. I really like the Tim. I've had it since probably 2005. And I'm using it, I'm using both stages of it. The first stage of it is I'm using it just as a kind of a simple, subtle overdrive. So, really subtle, great for semi-clean, bluesy stuff. And then if I need to step it up a little bit, I'll use the boost on top of that. So, which also gives it a lot of a little more volume as well as a little bit more distortion. I also use this as a lead, both of these guys together as a lead boost on top of the Tyler drive. So if I shut this off, this is totally clean. If I'm using the Tyler drive for my rhythm, like it works great. I can use it as, I can use just the first channel too. So here's the Tyler drive. So I get a lot of different overdrive sounds and options by combining or stacking these guys in different ways. After the Tim pedal, I go into a full tone Deja vibe. Univibe sounds. Using it kind of subtly there, you can certainly dial it up more. Get that kind of Hendrixy stuff going on there. And then finally I'm going into a Strymon El Capistan tape echo, which is great for delay stuff. Particularly if I'm doing lead stuff. That sort of stuff, and I can obviously dial in more delay if I want to. So that's my personal pedal board, and I hope you liked it.